Grandmas, what's under the box? Ooh, what's inside the box? Nothing? Why is there nothing in there? I thought there was something in this box, but there's nothing there, for it's the box of fear, the box of mystery, my friends. What we're going to do is place this in here like this, and this in here like this, and we're going to say, abracadabra, alakazam. Can everyone say abracadabra, alakazam? Make something appear as fast as you can. What have we got? Ooh, look at that, a dinosaur egg 1, a dinosaur egg 2, and a dinosaur egg, a dinosaur egg 3. 3 dinosaur eggs. I never thought that such. Ah! I dropped it! Ah! I dropped it! Uh-oh. Wait up. I'm accidentally dropping them, but wait up. What can we do? How do we stop it? What do we do? Catch it! Ooh. Ah! Quick, catch it! Ooh. Quick, catch it! Ooh la la! What's going on, my friends? These dinosaur eggs love to levitate. They love to do the impossible. They love to do the miraculous. What are they? Ah! Oopsie daisies. Wait a minute. Wait. Dinosaur eggs everywhere. What are we going to do with these dinosaur eggs? I know what we can do, my friends. We can get them up in the air. Hey, ready? 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Hey, I caught it. And I reckon we can transform these dinosaur eggs into something even more miraculous, more incredible, more amazing. Are you ready? I have to work hard, my friends, to place these dinosaur eggs into the box. Can you say, disappear, dinosaur eggs, disappear? And now, we shall indeed. It's gone. Where'd it go? Don't be silly. It's in the box. Right here, in the box, as you can see there. Is it in there? It's not in there. Wait a minute. 3, 2, 1. Surely it's completely disappeared. Vanished into absolute oblivion. Nowhere to be seen. Out into the world. Never to be seen again. Unless we have the magic words. What is the magic words, you say? What is the magic words? Abracadabra. You ready? Abracadabra. Alakazam. Zibbity zam. 3, 2, 1. Aha. And right there, we have something amazing. Something incredible. Something ridiculous. What is it? Amazing. Look at that. It is my grandma's underwear. Huh? Oh, yuck. Do you want grandma's underwear? No, you don't want it. What we're going to do is place it in the box. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And see if we can make it miraculously disappear. Are you ready? Place it in the box just like this. What's our magic words, everybody? Abracadabra, alakazam, zibbity zam. And hopefully we've made it disappear and reappear where it belongs. On my grandma's clothesline. Underneath? Nope. In the box? Nope. In here? Nope. Not there. Then where, my friends, has it gone? It could be anywhere. It could be even in the universe. I still don't know where, my friend.
Oh, Jimmy disappeared. Oh no, there he is. And it's time to juggle with the Funky Monkey family. Come on.
Hey, Funky Monkeys, it's Jimmy J, and it's time to find out what is in the box. It could be anything. Could be a spider. Could be an octopus. I wonder what. Ooh. What could we do with this? A lemon. What am I supposed to do with? Ooh, maybe we could use it as a telescope. Nah, maybe a tail. Ding, 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 ding. Nah, maybe a ball to kick out. That hurt. What could we use it for?
A hat?
Oh, a hat's a good idea. There we go. Whey! It's a bit wobbly, isn't it? What else could we do with it, Laura?
Well, that's none of that. We could juggle.
Ah, that's exciting.
Do you want to learn to juggle?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, what do we do?
Okay,
Yeah?
we get our hands,
Yeah?
we get flat hands, we glue our arms. Okay, now we bend down, hop,
Up! Aha!
and we throw it to the other hand. Hop, hop.
Alright!
Hey,
That was easy. That happens.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay,
Now what?
are you ready to learn second ball? Okay.
2 lemons!
Sweet. Blue out. Belt. Okay. Put our hands flat again
Yeah.
and throw.
Hey! All at the same time. Hoi!
Okay.
Same time. Hoi!
Okay.
Hoi!
Now, we instead of doing that, we're gonna do this. This one
Mm-hmm.
is going to be a bit later from this one.
Ah.
So, let's
Throw the left one first and then the right one.
You're gonna throw the left one first and then the right one.
Ah, okay.
Are you ready?
Yippee!
And whoop, oh,
Hooray! You did it! Whoop, whoop.
you would drop it a million times like this. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
1 million times.
And you
Hoi.
don't get sad like this. You keep trying.
Again and again and again, do we, Laura?
Yeah, we pick up our ball and then we try again.
We're going to make sure they both go up in the air. Left up and right in the air. Both up in the air and a little bit higher than our head, yeah? Now what do we do, Laura?
Now, are you ready to throw?
That's going to be pretty cool.
I'm still learning 3 balls as well. I can only do 2.
3 lemons. 2 in this hand and 1 in this hand. Eventually, one's going to be in the air, 1 in this hand and 1 in that hand at all times. That means, Laura, because Laura, we did this, didn't we? We go like that, up like that, Lulu?
Yes.
Yes, we do. And then we do. Here we go. So we're going to have a go. Ready? Exploding in all directions happens. All right, here we go. So we've got 2 in one hand, 1 in the other hand. So we're just going to do what we did before. Swap it. Have that. Throw that one and then swap it. That's it. And catch it.
It's hard. It's harder with a.
And if that happens, you just got to keep working on swapping it like this, okay? So you just try and swap it with the other hand in there. Exactly the same as what we were learning with 2 balls.
Like this.
You just keep swapping it like this. Keep swapping it. Swap it and swap it and swap it and swap it like that. Yes. Then, and we're going to keep swapping it. That's it. Do again and really get this so that it's easy. Because then that's all you do to do 3 balls, which is you add the other one in to swap. So instead of just swapping 2 like that, we go 1, 2, 3, just like that, yeah? So we swap it, yeah? It's whoopie, swappy, swip. That's it. We're just going to swap them. That's it. All right. Hey.
Okay, that's
Out of
fine.
control.
How do you do it?
Alright, Laura, yeah, that's it.
Nice work, Funky Monkeys.
Join us on Facebook at the Funky Monkey Family
And give us a video.
to join
The
the
Funky
Funky Monkey
Monkey
Family
Family
and
and
get
get
funky!
Okay, now if you can practice all the way to the end of this song, Jimmy will give you a magic trick at the end to say well done. Good luck!
Wake up!
What happened?
I don't know.
What was that came over you?
I don't know.
That thing that came over you, if it had a name, what would you call it?
I know. The grump.
When the grump has got you down, turn your smile into a frown. Angry thoughts running round your head. Maybe it's time to go to bed. Don't you worry, don't you fret. The grump will vaporize, I bet. Don't you worry, don't you fret. Shake it off and then get set to shake up, wake up, stir up the happiness. Din dan din dan din da do. Move your body, stir up the happiness. Din dan din dan din da do. When you're down, plant your feet on the ground. Move your body, sing a happy sound with the din dan din dan din da do.
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 If you say its name out loud, the grump loses all its power. Angry feelings disappear as your story starts to clear.
Don't you worry, don't you fret.
The grump will vaporize, I bet. Don't you worry, don't you fret. Shake it off and then get set to shake up, wake up, stir up the happiness. Din dan din dan din da do. Move your body, stir up the happiness. Din dan din dan din da do. When you're down, plant your feet on the ground. Move your body, sing a happy sound with the din dan din dan din da do.
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 Don't you worry, don't you fret. The grump will vaporize, I bet. Don't you worry, don't you fret. Shake it off and then get set to shake up, wake up, stir up the happiness. Din dan din dan din da do. Move your body, stir up the happiness. Din dan din dan din da do. When you're down, plant your feet on the ground. Move your body, sing a happy sound with the din dan din dan din da do.
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 To shake up, wake up, stir up the happiness. Din dan din dan din da do. Move your body, stir up the happiness. Din dan din dan din da do.
Wake up!
Wake up,
Shake up!
I'll take up.
Wake up!
I'll wake up,
Shake up!
I'll take
Wake up!
up.
Shake up!
Oh.
Wake up! Shake up! Wake
Shake it
up!
up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Well done, you're a star, and here's your magic trick. Enjoy!
Aropovich. Aha. Can I please get a member of the audience who has indeed some scissors? Has anyone seen some scissors around at all? Anyone seen some scissors? Have you seen some scissors, Jessie? Would you like to have a go? Hold this, my friend. What we're going to do is we're going to see if we can do some magic with rope. Are you ready? We're going to get this rope right here like this. We're going to put it in like this. Are you ready to see some magic? Aha. All I want you to do is very, very simply just cut the rope through the middle. That's it. Can you cut the rope through the middle? That's it. Go, 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 go. I'm going to cut the rope straight through the middle. Ah, lots of focus there, eh? One second. Let's see what we can do with scissors. All right, and just go up and down. They're not the sharpest of scissors, but if you watch very carefully, did the scissors actually cut the rope? You mean they actually cut the rope? Ah, well, what we're going to do here is place it out like this. We're going to place it out like that. And as you can see, how many ends of the rope do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. If you cut one rope in half, how many ends do you have?
2.
Not 3. You have 4 ends and 2 ropes. I, as miraculous and amazing and magical as I am, can indeed make, my friends, this rope appear as being completely one rope once again. Ta-da! Is that magical? It's not magical. Come on. Well, what we're going to do here is create the impossible. Do the improbable. It's magic. And the way we're going to do that is with Jessie, my friend. I believe we're going to hold out our hands. Our hands are the things that create our universe and our world. Our hands can create our thoughts into action. Have you got magic hands, Jasmine? You do. Can you hold out one hand just like this? What we're going to do here is we're going to place this hand, this rope around your hand just like this, all right? Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, watching very carefully. Here we go, watch very, very carefully. All right, hold it out like this, that's it. So I'm going to put these scissors away before they do any more dangerous danger. All right, just in there like that. Okay, now, very simply, hold that out like this, okay? We're going to say abracadabra. Can everyone say abracadabra?
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra, alakazam, make the rope heal as fast as you can. Heal myself, heal my friends, heal the world. And of course, heal the rope. 3, 2, 1. What have we got? What have we mysteriously appeared? Unbelievable, look at that. It's completely tight once again. Well done, Jasmine. Well done, everyone. You are amazing and you are magic.
Now let's try juggling with 2. See if Mum or Dad could try with you. Ready?
Hey, Orlando, are you juggling? Are you juggling? Nice juggling. Can I have a ball, Orlando? Thank you. Another one? And another one? Thank you, Orlando. Hey, it's fun juggling, isn't it, Orlando?
Hey, Jimmy, you stole my balls!
Oh, hey, Ruby. Whoopsie daisy. Orlando had them. Maybe he stole them.
I tell you what, do you think we could share?
I love sharing. Let's have a go. The best way to share is to just give a ball to another person and say, there you go. The next way is to get your hand and place it over the top, and the other person places the hand around the waist here. You've got one ball in your right hand. I've got one ball. I'll be the left hand, and we'll see if you can throw it a bit above the head and land in the other hand.
Now it's like we're one person.
Ah, that's tricky, isn't it?
Here we go. Whoop.
Aha.
The only tricky part is that
Ooh.
now we're a little bit wider.
Aha.
So you're going to throw a little bit further.
A little bit higher. That's it. So
Oh,
the second
there you
person
do.
is throwing the ball underneath the first person's ball. See that? Just like that, underneath. Oh, thanks,
Oh, there's
Orlando.
another one.
Ball's flying around.
Do you think we should try 3?
Now, if the other person drops it, and don't get a bit mad at them, all right? Because you want them to hang on to be able to do 3. Oh, we're trying
Try
again,
Jimmy.
Orlando.
Orlando.
Now, going to throw it high. Here
Hop,
we go.
Hop, hop, hop.
Hey!
Yay!
Yeah, did it. Nice work.
Yeah.
Ready? Let's have another go. Well done, Orlando. Love your work. Love your style.
You get that? You enjoy that?
Alright, yeah. Let's you've got one ball. You've got 2 balls because you're going to start, and I've got 1 ball because I'll go second. Okay.
Now, firstly, you put the first ball in the top 2 fingers and the second ball in the bottom 2 fingers.
Alright, let's have a go. Ready?
So I throw the top one first. Hop, hop, hop. Now you'll notice I had to throw before I caught.
And we're both doing exactly what we were doing with 2 balls. This is fun. Wow, Ruby, we're juggling together. I'll steal it.
Nice work, Funky Monkeys!
Join us on Facebook at the Funky Monkey Family.
And give us a video and put it on the link below.
To join
The
the
Funky
Funky Monkey
Monkey
Family and
get
get funky!
And now let's go on a magical adventure with Jimmy J.
Once upon a time, a very long time ago, there was a bush tree. And one day, his dad said to him, "Son, go out into the world and make something of yourself." Off I go then. And so, down the path out of his house he went with a backpack. He opened the gate and down the road he went. He went to the very edge of his town and took one big step forward. With bravery in his heart, he had been further than he had been his whole life. So, he decided to go even further into the deep, dark forest. Can everyone say, ooh? What kind of phenomena could be in the deep, dark forest? It could be anything. It could be everything. So, in the deep, dark forest, he looked up and he heard a sound. Hooga booga booga booga, hooga booga 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 boo, hooga booga 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 boo. He looked up, and then he looked up some more, and he looked up even more, and then he looked up some more, and he saw two gigantuan giants, as big as can be, larger than the trees, muscles coming out of all directions, even out of their belly button. And as he looked up, he saw that they were fighting. "It's my hat! No, 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 my hat! No, 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 mine! No, mine! No, mine! No, mine! No, mine! No, mine!" And he thought, "Excuse me up there, why are you fighting over a little tiny hat?" And they looked around and they said, "Do you hear a sound? A pipsqueak of a sound?" And they looked around and they saw, just by their big toe, a little man that was there. They looked down at him and they said, "Why shouldn't we squash you like a pea, Why shouldn't we just squash you at once?" "Because I can solve your problem." "What was your problem?" "Well, I want the hat because it's my hat. No, he wants the hat because it's his hat. It was my hat first, it was his hat second. Whose hat is it?" He said, "But why is the hat so special?" They said, "Because it's a teleportation hat. Whenever you put it on your head, you teleport and you appear somewhere else. So therefore I need it." He said, "Put it on my head. I'll imagine myself 1,000 kilometers over there. Whichever giant gets to me first gets to have the hat. It's a running race." So the giants looked at each other and they looked at the hat and they said, "Sure, we will do it." So they passed him the hat, and as he put the gigantic hat on his head, it shrank. It was a magic phenomena hat. And as it shrank, he put it on his head and he imagined himself 1,000 kilometers that way. Imagine, 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 in the bush somewhere on a big mountain. And instantly, everything spun round, and instantly he appeared right on the mountain, looking out into the distance. 1,000 kilometers. He pulled his telescope out of his bag, and in the distance he could see the pounding of two giants pushing over trees, knocking out a big clearing and making their way through all of nature to get to him. And so he thought to himself, "If they get to me, they're going to squash me like a pea. What should I do instead? I know what I'll do. I'll imagine something beautiful, like a palace. I'll go to a palace, that's where I'll go." So he put his hand on his head and said, "Imagine a palace, beautiful windows, a big stone, very nice." And he imagined the palace, and he appeared in front of a huge palace. Except there was no one there. It was a deserted palace. He knocked on the big chamber door. When he noticed the vines that were growing all around the door, the dust that was on the handle, there hadn't been anyone there for years. What is this palace all about anyway? What What's going on? It's a mystery. So then he thought to himself, he looked around, he saw right on a tree was a note from the king. And the note said, "Whichever man finds my princess who's been missing for 2 long years shall have 1,000 gold pieces and her hand in marriage." And so he thought to himself, what if I imagine the princess? And he imagined the princess, imagined the princess, imagined the princess, poof, and instantly he realised he hadn't travelled very far. He was on the other side of the door that he was just knocking on. He looked around at this giant hall that was completely deserted. No one had been there for years, but the cup still stood on the mantle. And he thought to himself, what's that sound? What could that sound be? He decided to walk towards the sound to go check it out. And he walked down the stairs, step by step by step by step, going down each of the stairs until he reached the very bottom. There was a gigantic door there, and he did a big knock. And all of a sudden the door opened, and there was a gigantic dragon there. Huge scales, massive teeth, and a breath that smelled like rotten humans. And all of a sudden, the dragon breathed in. And out came the biggest fireball he'd ever seen. He ran as fast as he could up the stairs, run, and flew out the side into the hall as a giant flame came out and incinerated all the spiders' webs that were around. And Jimmy said, quick, I know that dragons have at least 5 minutes before they actually can refuel once again. So I'll run down, because wherever there's a dragon, there's likely to be a princess hiding there too. So he looked around, searching and having a gaze, and all of a sudden, underneath the dragon was putting its claws down, trying to grab him, and he looked and saw a trapdoor, and he slid down underneath the trapdoor. He was in a deep, deep dungeon. The deep, deep dungeon, he looked around and he lit the match from his backpack as he was holding the match to be a little bit like a bulb to be able to see with. And he saw a cobweb. A bat flew out and there was a skeleton. And right there was the oldest woman he'd ever seen in his life. Long grey hair, sitting on a rocking chair, rocking forwards and backwards. Fingernails long as can be, all the way down to the ground. And on this rocking chair, he said, he looked in the mirror, and it wasn't an old woman at all. It was a beautiful princess, more beautiful than the sun had ever seen. And as he looked at her, he thought to himself, that's amazing. She's old on the outside, but young on the inside of the mirror. Wow. And he said, excuse me, are you the princess that everyone's been looking for? And she said, yes, I've been here for 2 years. An evil witch put me here, locked me away, and now there's no one that can break the spell. A young man tried last week, and look at him now. He got incinerated by the dragon. Another man tried the week before, and he got nibbled from toe to finger. And so he said, I can do it. I can try. How do I break the spell? And she said, the only way to break the spell is to tickle the dragon underneath the chin. Catch the eagle that flies out of it, use the blue pill that flies out of that, and put it back on the king's crown. And she thought, that's easy. Anyone can tickle a dragon under the chin. Can you guys do that?
Yes.
Yeah, you reckon you can? Tickle a dragon underneath the chin? So up he went. He climbed up the dungeon. There was no way to get up other than climbing up the slimy walls. But he was a good rock climber. He used his toes, he used his fingers, and up he went. And he flew out of the trapdoor onto the floor with a giant dragon there. It had already been 5 minutes, so the dragon had refueled his fire in his belly. He looked around, and as he was about to breathe out, he saw the boy that was holding out a big steel shield from his backpack. And the dragon thought, if I blow the fire, it's going to come back on me. So I can't do that. I'll just catch him with my claws. And as he put his claws down, the boy was inside the claws and he couldn't get out. But then the dragon came to nibble him and grab him by the tooth. And as he went down, he put out his fingers and did, what did he do? And tickled the dragon right underneath the chin. And the dragon thought, you know my weakness, how dare! And smoke started coming out of the ears, fire started coming out of the eyes, all of a sudden steam started coming out of the nose and mouth, and a dragon swept around like a balloon, losing all its air. Round and round and round the room, and all of a sudden, as the dust settled and as the smoke dissipated, all of a sudden, a giant eagle came out of the dragon, flying around in circles. He knew he had to catch it in his hand to get the blue pearl to put on the crown. So he ran after the eagle, but the eagle went out the door that he had left open, and it was going up the stairway, the spiral stairway, going up and up and up. And he ran more and more, faster and faster and faster. And as he was running up the stairway to try and catch the dragon, the eagle that was a dragon and now an eagle, all of a sudden it went out the door of the gate of the castle, and he leapt up and he tried to grab the eagle, but he hit the ground instead. And he looked with deep sorrow as he saw the eagle disappear out into the distance. He felt so sad. He felt so horrified. If only he could please be able to find this eagle, but no, he can't. He won't. He shan't. He'll never be able to break the curse of the eagle ever again. He'll never be able to break the witch's curse, and the princess will stay like that forever. Oh, he thought, it's useless. It's all become nothing. Do you guys know what he should do?
Yes, magic hat.
He realised he had a magic hat on his head. And he realised that he could travel anywhere in the universe with a magic hat. So he put this magic hat back on his head and he imagined himself in the clutches of the eagle. Imagine the arms around him of the eagle. Imagine being with the eagle. Imagine the eagle's eyes and the beak and the really sharp beak and the beautiful big black wings that came out of it. Imagine all parts of the eagle, and all of a sudden, he wasn't in the arms of the eagle. He accidentally imagined the giants, because he hadn't resolved things with the giants yet, had he? No, he hadn't resolved things with the giants at all. So it was still in his brain, and he imagined the unresolved issue with the giants were still there. And he was in the clutches of the giants, and the giants said, now we have you. We shall squash you like a pea. You stole our magic hat. How dare you? Now what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can't escape from me. And so he thought, yes, I can. And as they were about to crush him, he imagined the eagle, poof, and he disappeared in front of their heads. And he thought, where's he gone? And all of a sudden, he was flying high above the ground. He was in the arms of the eagle. The eagle had him in his hands, and he was flying above. He was looking down, and he could see down below him all the beautiful square paddocks, all the mountain range, all the rivers, all of the people. It all looks like toys down there, doesn't it? But as he was flying above everything, he realised he had to grab the eagle. He turned his body around and with one big slap, caught the eagle in his hand. And with the eagle went, and he held in his hand a beautiful blue pearl, but he realized he was falling to the ground. Ah! 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 What should he do as he falls through the air, about to hit the ground?
Magic hat.
I'll use the magic hat. So he put his hat on and he said, imagine the king, imagine the king, imagine the king. And because he had seen the king once before, there, sitting in a beautiful golden chamber with stained glass windows, golden crusted hallway, with beautiful paintings of all the different kings that have been there before. He walked down the hallway and came to the king's chamber. And right in front of the king's chamber, he saw the king, who was very, very sad. I'll never see my princess. She'll be lost forever. Will anyone be brave enough to go out and search for her once more? And he arrived there, and the king was like, "Oh, how did you get in here? What are you doing in my personal chamber? Get out at once! Guards, get rid of this man!" And he said, "But I have what you need, great king." And he threw the blue pearl up in the air, and it stopped and floated very calmly and very peacefully to click in the missing position on his crown. The blue pearl clicked in, and as it did so, his crown opened up and exploded with joy, and he imagined all of a sudden all the people from the sky. He could see the farmers working hard day and night, hurting their backs, working away in the fields. He could see the women straining and struggling with their families and wishing for something more. He could see the children, as happy as can be, playing in the streets. He could see the bigger person, so hungry, hadn't eaten for days, and asking for one more grain of rice. He saw everybody's world from everybody's perspective. He opened his eyes with great brilliant wisdom light, and he realized that everything was going to be okay. He said to the man, "You, go and rescue the princess, for the curse is now broken forever." And so, the man, he is excited. He put his hat back on, he clicked it, and all of a sudden he closed his eyes, and he appeared right at the great kingdom. There was the princess. She didn't have grey hair anymore. She had brown, long, curly hair. She had green eyes that glowed like the moon. And she was smiling. She looked more beautiful than all the stars in the sky combined. And he said to her, "Come with me." And he held her hand, and they imagined themselves back with the king. They were married the next day. The king and all the people were so happy about the joy that they shared. The curse was broken, the people were out in the streets, the celebrations immense, the feasts were there, and everybody lived happily ever after. The end. Jimmy J. Welcome to the dreaming space. I hope you've had a fantastic and most amazing magical time, my friends. Remember, if ever you feel down, if ever you feel sad, if ever you feel angry, learn a magic trick and you will be happy, because Harry Houdini once said, escape is the key to joy. Take care, my friends. Good luck and so long. Ha ha ha!